to talk. We have to seriously talk. Can you believe that I've been creating content in social media for around 1 year when I started studying Finnish? And this is the question that I have received the most, but I have never done a proper video talking about this. Well, today is the day. Yeah, I know I'm a bit chaos always, but especially with YouTube. This is one of my 2025 resolutions. I will try to be more consistent in YouTube because I really want to. So I'm telling this out loud because now I have witnesses. I have no excuse. I will try to be here as much as I can, and maybe at some point you are like, holy crap, this girl, shut the f up. I hope we don't reach that point. But this is the first video of 2025, and of course I had to start speaking about Finnish language because this is the reason why I'm in social media. So this is the topic that we will be talking today, and I've taken some notes because for me I think this is quite important to express. So I don't want to forget anything. I'm a bit with the flu, so my brain is not braining that much today. However, I will try to express everything. So first things first, what is Finnish language? Well, it's a language and it's spoken mainly in Finland. If you are not from Finland, Finland exists, is real, and in Finland we have language. Well, I'm not Finnish, but I live in Finland. In Finland we speak Finnish, or in my case we try to speak Finnish. If not, we speak in English. But in Finland, there's around 5.6 million people, which means that only in the world Finnish language is spoken by less than 6 million people. Which means that if you are watching this video, it's either because you are Finnish or because you want to learn Finnish. So congratulations. We are this close to extinguish because we are so little amount of people in this world that we can say that we want and we might be able to speak in Finnish. So welcome to your safe space. I'm still on my way of learning this wonderful language. I want to say I'm not a teacher. I'm not teaching Finnish. If you have been following me in another social media, I'm not teaching, I'm learning the language. I'm just sharing my process, my progress, my journey, and I'm trying to normalize all the mistakes when we are trying to learn a new language or when we are trying to integrate in another culture. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not a teacher. That's first thing. Second thing, even though I'm going to make this video about how I learned Finnish, I'm not fluent. I'm not. I'm quite far of being fluent, but I have some stuff that I've been doing during this previous year that I've been learning Finnish. And as you guys have asked me in several occasions in social media, I'm making this video because I want to just share what I've done, that it's nothing special, but maybe it's something that some of you have never thought about it and it might help. So here we are to talk about it. Now, Finnish language is spoken mainly in Finland, but there are other countries, other regions that might know Finnish, not as a mother tongue, but they know Finnish because of the proximity. For example, Sweden, Estonia, or some regions of the Republic of Karelia. In Finland, there are different areas, as in every country, but this affects to the language because depending on the area, you will find some dialects or others. This also happens in other countries. For example, I'm from Spain. In Spain, we also have some other dialects. This is normal, and this is also applying to Finnish language. So we can find other dialects like in Ostrobothnia, Savo, Karelia, there's more. So this is a bit of theory that I find kind of interesting and I want to share with you, and now I will tell you why of this. Finnish language belongs to the family of Uralic languages, and it's been spoken in Finland for quite a long time. But it's been spoken, but not written. Finnish language has been written only for about 500 years. Only? Yes, only. Only 500 years, like it's not that much. The first book written in Finnish is dated from, and I will tell you because I don't remember, 1000 1543, and this book was the ABC Kyria, and it was written by my huge crush, Michael Agricola. This person was a religious person, and he started writing this book gathering some prayings from the Christianism, for example, the Lord's Prayers. But before this book, Finnish language was only spoken. So there were not rules, no rules, no nothing. When Michael Agricola wrote this book, he used some influence of other languages like Swedish, Latin or German. And because of that, the 9th of April each year in Finland, it is celebrated the day of Michael Agricola, because he was the first person who wrote something in actual Finnish. And if I'm saying something that is wrong, I'm sorry. This information comes from internet. Now, knowing all of this, how did I do to learn Finnish? Because you are saying, yeah, okay, Finnish language has been written only for 500 years. That's quite a long time, so the rules, the grammar is written and it's complicated. So how have you managed to learn? Well, I haven't done anything special, but I've done my stuff that I will share now with you. When I moved to Finland, the first year that I was working here, I was working for a Spanish company, so I didn't need Finnish. I just spoke in English and that's it. It is true that I had a lot of meetings, like around 3 hours, 2 hours meetings, and they were all the time, of course, speaking in Finnish. I had a translator, and even though I didn't understand anything, like absolutely anything, I was already hearing Finnish. So this is the first thing that I think, in my opinion, helped me a lot when I started the school. That my brain had already some information inside, like we've been hearing Finnish for 1 year, and that helps. After that, I joined the school. And when I joined the school, I will tell you something. I remember I started on the 4th of September 2023, 1 year and some months ago. And when I went the first day to the school, late of course, because I'm always late, I remember that I got into the classroom that I had been assigned, and the teacher was speaking in Finnish, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong classroom. And she goes like, mikä sinun nimi on? And I knew that question because I had been reading a little bit, so I knew that she was asking me my name. But I didn't know how to answer in Finnish. Like, I know my name, so I knew how to answer that question. So I told her, Nerea. And she goes like, yeah, you are in this classroom. But she told me that in Finnish, and I understood because she was making some gesture. So I was like, no, I cannot be in this classroom. You're speaking in Finnish, and I know zero Finnish. Like, when I joined the school, my Finnish knowledge was moi, kiitos, and that's it. Like, honestly, I knew nothing else, only that. So I was scared as when I started the school, like, why am I in this classroom if my level is 0? So that day we had like an introduction of each of us so that our teacher could know what was our level of Finnish. And of course I spoke 0 because I knew nothing. But other people from my classroom knew some Finnish, like they came from another courses or they had passed through all Duolingo. I did nothing. Honestly, I didn't know anything, and that's totally fine. Before joining the school, I tried to learn something at home, like I tried to learn the verb to be, which in Finnish is olla. It's the verb to be. I tried to learn it, and I found it kind of hard. And I was like, okay, if everything in Finnish language is gonna be this hard, I'm up. Anyway, I couldn't learn it, to be honest. I tried to memorize it, but I forgot. Every time that I tried to remember, I couldn't. When I started the school, the first week, our teacher explained us the verb to be, the verb olla. I'm not gonna speak in any of my videos about grammar because, as I've said, I'm not a teacher and I don't want to teach anything because probably I will do it wrong. Probably I will be wrong in everything that I say. But when she explained the verb to be, something made click in my brain and I was like, it makes a lot of sense, I promise. There's a lot of people who think that Finnish language has no sense, that it's a stupid language. Look, since that very first moment that I understood the logic behind the verb olla, to be, I was amazed. In this channel, we love the language. In this channel, we love Finland. So if you don't like, please don't listen to me, don't listen to others. Have your own opinion. But here, I will always say that I'm the biggest fan of Finnish language, and I'm not hiding myself. I'm saying that. When I understood the logic, I was honestly obsessed. I wanted to keep learning more and realizing how this logic is applied to everything. So that's one thing that helped me a lot. Going to the school and understanding the base. Because even though I try to learn by myself, I'm the kind of person that I need some basics to then keep growing by myself, by my own. But if I didn't have those bases, I couldn't, because my brain was like, this makes no sense. But once I understood the sense, the logic, it was quite more smoothy, like, you know what I mean, right? Okay, so that's the first thing that I did. I went to the school. I want to also say that the school that I went to, we learned Finnish in Finnish. Like, our teachers, of course, spoke in English, but they always explained us the grammar, the vocabulary, the everything in Finnish. And don't ask me how you learn Finnish in Finnish. I promise, when I started, I was like, how am I supposed to learn Finnish in Finnish if I don't know Finnish? Where's the logic? You learn Finnish. But I don't know how to explain it, but you learn Finnish in Finnish. So that's my first advice. Go to the school. Now you tell me, I cannot go to the school because I'm working. Nice. Welcome. That's my current situation. I went to the school 8 to 9 months, yes, because I started on September and I stopped on May because I started working and I couldn't attend the course. So I'm not going to the school anymore. But there are courses, and I will leave in the comment box. It's the first time that I'm doing this. I will leave there the course that I'm trying to follow. Not as consistent as I would like, but I have a course that I'm doing. It's from Her Finland, another wonderful account about content related to Finland, that if you are interested, I fully recommend you. Go and check. So I will leave the course. Is Conversational Finnish for Beginners, which means that you will learn the basics to have a conversation if you know nothing. And it's quite perfect because also speaking is the right way to start learning more and speaking more and losing the fear. I fully recommend to have some school or training given by someone who knows what they are talking about. Learning in social media is possible. Learning in Duolingo is possible. For me, it didn't work. So it's never too late to start a course or whatever that might support your journey, because you will understand the basics, and from the basics, you will go up. We cannot understand everything without the basics. This is my opinion, and this is what happened to me. Now, other things that I've been doing besides going to the school or taking this course, other things that I've been doing that I find super useful. Just think about this. In our mother tongue, we have sentences, we have phrases that we use every day. There are phrases that we need in every place that we go, every friend that we meet. There are these little things that we will always use. Can you help me? Where is this thing? Where is this other thing? I need time, I need whatever. So these little things, I used to write them down on my mother tongue, that is Spanish, or in English, that is the language that I've been using in Finland mainly. And I translated those phrases to Finnish. Why? Because first of all, you put your brain to translate the basics that you use in your day-to-day, either on your mother tongue or in the second language that you use. But now we are talking about learning, in this case Finnish, but this applies for any other language. Like if you are trying to learn something new, my recommendation is to translate those little things that you know that you will use every day to the language that you are trying to learn. Other thing that I fully recommend. When I went to the school, we had a book. What I did was each text of the book, I rewrote it on my notebook in Finnish, and then I translated it into English. This thing of rewriting texts, I honestly would say that this is the thing that will help you, not the most, but a lot. Why? First of all, because you have to read the text in Finnish. Second, because when you write the text in Finnish, our hands also have memory. This is something that one of my teachers told me, and it's true. When we write, we will remember more easily what we are writing. And this is why I recommend that you write as much as you can. You don't need to rewrite again the ABC Kiria. No, don't do that, but just small texts. Other advice that I can give. Listen to music in Finnish. Why? Because when our brains are listening something in another language, it might be hard that our brains keep the information. But if you are listening to some music, it's easier because the rhythm, the melody, the song, whatever, it will stick to your brain. So another advice that I can give you that I've been doing, and for me this has also worked, is the same as translating the texts and rewriting the texts. This is the same. You take the song, you look for the lyric, you write the lyric, and then you translate it to the language that you want. And I'm gonna show you that I've been doing this. Like, to be honest, the first song that I listened in Finnish was the cha-cha-cha. Because, to be honest, I've never felt attracted to Finnish music. But when this song came up, I was like, okay, maybe it's my sign to start translating music. I had not started the school yet, so when I translated the lyric, I was like, okay, I understood cha-cha-cha and I understood piña colada, and because it's in Spanish, and that's it, nothing else. Then, once I started the school and I had these basics, I started translating these things. So, I will show you. Here I have some texts, like, this is the page 154. I don't know why I have this page here, but yeah. I wrote it first in Finnish, and then in green, I wrote it in Spanish. No, in English. I don't know what I'm saying. And this with everything. And if I had some observations or doubts or whatever, I also made por favor. I took my own notes. So first I wrote in Finnish, and then I translated it to English. I like to put in a lot of colors because, as I've said, our brains keep information more easily with sounds and colors. It's easy to remember. That's another advice. So this is everything, all the texts that I've been translating into Finnish, like from Finnish to English. And now here is the song that, the first song that I translated. It is called Tequilakahvi. And you will ask me, should I translate every kind of song or only the songs that I'm gonna use in my day-to-day? Well, I don't know if I'm gonna use this Tequilakahvi thing and this phrase of mun aamu kahvi maistu tequil alta, but this has happened to me more than I could wish. I don't know. You will find information in every song, maybe how the sentences are structured or some word, whatever. I recommend you that you just try. Regardless of the meaning of the song, try. And this is what I've been doing, just translating. So, write because our hands have memory. What you write, you will remember it more easily. So, our hands have memory, but also our mouth. And this is my next advice. Try to speak as much as you can. And I know that at some point it's hard because you will be like, I'm trying to look for people who will want to talk to me. I don't know anyone. I don't know how to start. Well, let me tell you, there are not excuses. That was also my case. I had no one to speak with. And that's why I started in social media, because I just needed to say it out loud and lose the fear of speaking. You don't need to be in social media if you don't like. That's the way that I found. But other advice that our teachers gave us in the school was to read Read aloud. Just take a text, a song, lyrics, whatever, and read it. And you don't need to be reading 3 hours, 2 hours. No. Even 15 minutes each day, 10 minutes, it will help. Why? Because it's not the same to have the information in our brains than in our mouth. You can know a lot of structures, grammatical structures, you can know a lot of vocabulary, but if you have never pronounced those things, you cannot speak those things. So the sooner you start speaking, reading aloud, singing in Finnish, making videos, whatever, the sooner that your mouth will also remember how to speak the language. Well, and those were all the things that I've been doing. As I've said, it's nothing special. I went to the school, I've been writing, I've been trying to remember sentences that I use in my day-to-day, I've been listening to music, and I've been also trying to speak as much as I can. If I don't have anyone by my side to speak in Finnish, I will record some video or I will read aloud. Joder. Ay, no, se me ha caído el té aquí dentro. Finally, after 1 year creating content and receiving this question, now I can say that today, January 12th, today is the day that finally I'm sharing what I've done. That it's nothing special, but it has helped me a lot. So I wish and I hope that this video helps you if you are trying to learn Finnish, and if you are native Finnish speaker, let me know if you find this interesting and if you could recommend us, foreigners trying to learn your wonderful language, if you would recommend us another thing to do, because here we are here to try hard and we are here to not be scared of the language. We can do it. That was all. As I've said, I will be back soon and I have witnesses, so I have no excuse. See you soon. Moi moi.